morning. I'm publisher Manuel Coppola, and I'm here today with President and CEO Francis Wick of Wick Communications Company. In this day and age of such disruption in our industry, the question I always get is, why is Wick Communications still so committed to our industry?
I appreciate that, Manuel. Look, our family's been in this business for 94 years. And the fact of the matter is that there's two main pillars of what we do that we know is going to exist for decades to come.
And those are?
First is that we produce locally crafted professional journalism. The second one is that we help local businesses market themselves through strong messaging. When we look at the journalistic side of what we do, we know that things are changing, just like every industry is changing. But we also recognize that nobody else in these communities covers the school boards, city council, the police and fire stations, local student athletes, the business community, and so forth. And quite frankly, we reach more people today than we ever have. We have not done a good job of requiring the community to support that. And that's on us to help educate. So as we move forward, we know that people want locally crafted professional journalism because anything else is just a press release from a public relations specialist. We're going to look at issues from various angles and try to provide as independent of a position as possible for people to learn from. As we look at marketing, we know that the landscape is highly complex. There are so many avenues to get your message out. But local newspapers have the best opportunity to assist the business community because we have their interests at hand. We see these people as our neighbors. We see these business owners in the pews of our church and the aisles of our grocery stores. And at the end of the day, they want to help, they need help navigating how best to get out their message. In some cases, that will be in avenues that the newspaper controls. In other cases, it won't be, and that's okay. But we want to ensure that they are successful in what that messaging campaign is. And that is why, after 94 years, our family and our company is still committed to seeing these communities move forward.
Thank you.
We're here today because we want to talk about customer service. Francis, what's your philosophy when it comes to customer service and our industry, both internal and external?
Thanks. I think I'd like to answer that question first internally.
Okay.
When we look at customer service and where we're at as an industry and our own evolution, it's becoming more and more important that we step back and we really think about the questions we're asking and what we're doing for all of our team members within the organization. Mm-hmm. So if you just take, as an example, a customer who calls in and wants to get a hold of the newsroom. We know that newsrooms are notoriously very busy, right?
Right.
And if there's a question that's being asked at our front counter, if we can answer that question through only one touch point, the experience benefits the customer tremendously, rather than having to go through a phone tree or try to find an answer. It takes a little bit more work on the front end, but ultimately it provides a very valuable experience for the customers calling in. It's no different than within our own departments. So each one of the departments within a newspaper has an inner working with the other. And it's very important that each team member understands that what they do impacts everyone else down the line. The best way for us to provide really good customer service within our organizations is to stand up, walk across the room, and talk to our partners and tell them what we need. And to understand that their help can benefit us tremendously. So much of the challenges we have is our own inability to communicate with one another and take the time to talk about it. So as I look internally whether that be production, newsroom, advertising, business office, any of those departments, circulation, each one of them has a responsibility to the other departments and to participate. Not to say that they're too busy. The reality is that this business is a very, very busy business. And where we're going is going to continue to be busy. On the external side, the thing I would ask is that we take every customer interaction seriously. And what I mean by that is that whenever somebody calls in or wants to interact with the newspaper, we take that interaction the same way we would want to be treated if we were out doing business with somebody else. People look at the newspaper as the center point for the community for accessing information. So if we can take that experience and make sure that we make it as seamless as possible and be very fair and kind to the people, to our customers, it's going to be a great relationship.
Right. Thanks, Francis.